Go ahead, Harita. I think you just came out of a mute, so feel free
Um,
to jump in.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's
Sorry to
Sunday,
pick you up.
No, it's like because it's Saturday, I'm just trying to settling down to the weekend mode still.
I know.
So I could only log in from phone. I was trying to get my laptop and you caught me there. That's so yeah. So from my experience, I've actually worked on Workday for a very long time. I've been with them. So, like I've been using Workday since 12, I guess, 2012. But then I've not explored a lot in different areas. The reason we was behind because I worked with a lot of clients, and then none of them have a partner uh, tie up with Workday, and that's why I could not do anything much beyond what I was my day to day life looked like. But only this last year I've decided no, that won't be the situation because what I came to understand is like there are people who are in much um, um, product owner level who don't have the level of understanding I have. So I was like, okay, let's give this up on just doing day-to-day operations. But then I actually another good thing about reading or going through so much information was I realized that I'm already working as a product manager for the current company. I didn't know that before. So I wanted to explore a little more on HCM. When you want to be at that level, you'll have to really operate like that. So I've just done HCM pieces so far, but finance is something I'm very confident about. So it was easier for me to get a hang of finance as well. So I was trying to kind of see, okay, if I can get certified and go through finance as well, then obviously I'll be a very strong candidate for finance and HCM leadership roles.
And where are you joining from?
I'm actually living in Charlotte right now, North Carolina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone again wants to share an experience? Deborah Cox, you want to share your experience with Workday? Prakash, you want to share your experience? Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So, myself, Shruti. So, I new to the workday, I would say, not fairly, very much experienced, but I would say like I have a pretty decent like entry level, like 4 years of experience into this. Pretty much I started with SAP a very long time ago. Now, I transitioned into the Workday because I see that it is a very much promising ERP tool that, and I also love to work with them. I understand a lot. So basically, my background was in HR, and I transitioned into the Workday HCM, core HCM, and time and absence. Not in the finance, but I am part with Kinetics, and also um, trying to help and also learn lot many things with today from Zish Khan today. I get a speaker like learn more things from you and looking forward to know more about you and your experience and your guidance gonna be helping us all to get what we needed for that. That's all about for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. We are so excited to have Zishan here. Well experienced, so we are hoping to really learn a lot from and tap from his experience. Okay, probably let's just give like 3 minutes more so that we can start like 10 a.m. from here. So let's just give like 3 minutes more, for people to join, then we can quickly, start. We just have like a 1.5 hour for this session. And we're hoping to go home with, exciting information from Zishan. He's loaded with a lot of information that you want to share with us today. So let's just stay tuned for extra 10 minutes more. Thank you. But before that, you can see my screen, right? Is my screen showing? Oh, great.
Yes, I can see you.
Yeah, great. Okay, 2 minutes more. Okay, I think we can start right away. Other people might join us, midway, so that we don't keep people waiting. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I don't know where you are joining from. I know we are joining from different time zones. It could be afternoon for you, it could be morning for you, it could be evening for you, but it's morning here for me. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank everyone, who have indicated interest, in joining this webinar today, not just indicating an interest, who has also, take out the time to, log in and to listen to what we have today to talk about navigating Workday career. And I'm also excited to have our speaker Zishan here this morning to, give us a lot of talk around these experiences, navigating Workday career. But before we, hand over to the speaker, I have a few things to run over. Okay. Now, just for us to kickstart, we're going to do some kind of quick introduction, then a little bit about Keynote Text, then Workday overview and Outlook. And finally, we now bring in our guest speaker. This is the moment that we are really waiting for, for our guest speaker to unleash what he has in stock for us. Okay, then there will be question and answers. Now, a quick introduction, like few of us have introduced ourselves. Let me quickly introduce myself a little bit. My name is Kelechi. I'm the convener of this webinar today and also the founder of Keynote Text. So my background, I have a background in accounting. I'm also a CPA member here in Canada. I have 13 plus years work experience, leading digital transformation as a senior financial system analyst. My experience across almost all the top tier ERPs, such as SAP, Oracle. I'm currently now on Workday Finance. Then around Workday Finance, my experience also cut across everything about Workday Finance, P2P, GL, AR, banking and settlement, and others. I also have few cross-functional, knowledge. Like the first, I think the person that introduced herself talked about, having a very good background in finance and not trying to, navigate to HCM. That's the same thing. So I have a very good background in Workday Finance. I also have some thought base around the Workday HCM. That's little about me. I'll quickly talk about Keynote Text and what we do at Keynote Text. Okay, I just have to be a little bit faster so that I don't waste much time. So Keynote Text is an ERP company here in Canada, and we are dedicated to equipping professionals with skills and knowledge to excel in today-driven technology workspace. Basically, our main focus is, training both professionals that are trying to upskill, new entrants into Workday, payroll, finance, SAP finance, and corporate management. So this is the areas that we usually, prepare students for trainings. These trainings are basically to equip them in terms of, the technology that we currently have today. Most of our trainings are based on hands-on, industry-relevant trainings. We don't do theory. What we do is more of a practical training. So our principle is 80-20. Meaning that our trainings are basically 80% of practical and 20% of training. And one interesting thing about Kinos Tech is that our trainers are well experienced and certified consultants. These are people that have led, a lot of projects in different sectors, even within the Workday HCM, payroll, finance. So all they bring in is those professional experiences that they have, implemented in real life. They bring it into our training. Then beyond our technical training, we also offer a kind of career development support, including resume guidance, interview preparation. Then we also create an avenue for network opportunities through which, our candidates or our people, will connect together to share ideas, to share jobs, to talk about resume, to talk about so many things happening around Workday and other ERPs. Quick one, I will also talk briefly about Workday and its outlook today. Okay, I know most of us here already experienced about Workday. Most of us already know what Workday is, but for the benefit of those that are, trying to understand or know what Workday means. So I'm talking about what is Workday. In a very simple term, Workday is a leading provider of enterprise cloud applications, basically for finance, HCM, and adaptive planning. Workday is 100% cloud-based compared to other ERPs that are either hybrid, probably running on-premise or on cloud. But Workday started 100% on cloud-based. In this case, they have also unified their solutions, such as financial management, HCM, and analytics. All these are hosted on a cloud base, and they have a single database, unlike other traditional ERPs that maybe might have different databases that they use for their systems. And one interesting thing about Workday is it uses a single data model. One system, all the modules are hosted into one system, one security model, one data source. That's one good thing about Workday. Okay, how Workday started today. I know people might be wondering who are the founders of Workday and how did they start? Workday was founded in March 2005 by these professionals. Therefore, former PeopleSoft founder and Busre. Sorry if I don't pronounce that very well. These are the great founders of Workday. And these guys, they started Workday when Oracle acquired PeopleSoft. And their intentions was to build a next generation of ERP compared to the traditional ERP that we see around today. And their initial focus was basically on HCM, which they started in 2006, and then later expanded to financial management, which is the Workday Finance, around 2006 and 2007. Okay, Workday growth and expansion. These are how they have really progressed and expanded into the market. In 2008, their biggest customer was Chukwita, Flexetronics, and Salesforce. These were the first customers or the first biggest customers that Workday, actually brought into the system. Around 2012, first they went public, their first IPO. And now Workday is listed in the New York Stock Exchange with the sticker WDAY. So if you go to New York Stock Exchange and type WDAY, you will see Workday shares. Currently, Workday shares is trading around $230 per shares, and their capital base currently is almost 62 billion. That tells you a lot about Workday. Then in 2015 and 2008, they expanded into payroll, procurement, expenses, and also launched their Workday student and adaptive planning. Now, as of 2020, Workday was adopted by 1,400 companies, universities, and governments all over the world. Then in 2025, Workday has been regarded as one of the leading cloud ERP around Workday HCM, finance, planning, analytics, and currently serving over 10,000 plus customers all over the world. That is one interesting thing about Workday. Now, quick one again, how to build a successful career. This is also part of the conversation that Zishan is going to bring in today, but I just wanted to touch a little bit, just to break an ice for us before Zishan comes in and, ice the cake very well. the best practice for becoming a successful career in Workday. One of those best practices is networking. You know, I will always tell people network is key to, success in your career. I didn't know Zishan from anywhere, but through network, we were able to connect for years and we build that relationship. So the best part is for you to start networking with professionals around Workday consultants, recruiters, trainers, go to LinkedIn. There are a lot of people. Most of my networks today are Workday consultants and recruiters. We share similar information. So try to network through the LinkedIn profile, through Facebook, or professional, networks that you can reach out. These are avenues that you can actually network with people around, Workday experience. Then join Workday community forum, webinars, and conferences like we have today. There are a lot of forums that you can join. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups that you can join today, to be part of Workday and also to get more knowledge and information about Workday. Then continuous learning and professional development. For you to really, create a niche for yourself, if you want to be an expert in Workday, you have to keep learning. You have to, involve in those professional developments. How do you learn? There are a lot of training centers out there. There are a lot of YouTube, channels out there that you can actually start, doing some self-trainings for yourself. Then leverage and develop transferable skills. I know people that are in this webinar today are coming from HR background, finance, and IT. Leverage on those skills. If you are a finance person, leverage on Workday, finance. If you're coming from HR background, you can also leverage on those, transferable skills. These are ways that you can actually become an expert in Workday. Then seek mentorship from experienced professionals. This is also the part that Zishan is going to, walk us through today. Seek mentorship. There are professionals out there that you can reach out to, ask, oh, how do I transition into Workday today? There are a lot of them on LinkedIn. Connect with them, connect with Zishan. He's a great mentor. Reach out to him anytime. He's gonna, guide you through on how you can become a professional in Workday. And then finally, explore career growth options. I know most people here would have had like 15, 20 years work experience, but it doesn't pay so much if you start from somewhere. For you to really transition into a career, that means you have to start from somewhere. So what I'm saying in essence is that don't start looking for those top jobs in Workday. It can actually start from beginner's role. Then you can grow faster and quicker. When you add all those transferable skills, then you can get along with Workday. And then try to also build a strong resume and showcase your experience. I always tell people after each training, whatever thing that you have learned, put it as part of your resume. Go to LinkedIn, showcase all those things. These are ways that can actually build a very strong resume, and then you can also showcase your expertise. Then another way again is to master the fundamentals. What do I mean by this? Create a niche for yourself. Start with, if you are coming from HR background, if you are coming from finance background, if you are coming from maybe IT background, you can leverage and create a niche for yourself around Workday HCM, payroll, finance, adaptive planning, AI, and machine learning. So try to create a niche there and become an expert. And then try to expand and build professional expertise. Like one of the speakers mentioned here that she's currently in finance, but she also wants to build some cross-functional, skills or knowledge around Workday HCM. This is the better and the best way one can actually become an expert in Workday. And then have a strong foundation in both functional and technical aspects. I will always advise, I've seen a lot of interviews where they are more interested in your technical skills, even in your functional skills. So it's advisable, if you really want to build a very strong career in Workday today, try to be part of those, people that have both functional and technical skills. And then explore career pathways. I think I've talked about this. Like for the HCM, you can start like HCM analyst, HCM lead, finance analyst, finance lead, finance solution architect. These are various roles that you can actually start when you transition to Workday, coming in as an experienced entry level, candidate. Now, why consider a Workday career? You know, people might be wondering, why do I have to transition to Workday? What am I going to gain from joining Workday or learning Workday today? From my research so far, Workday has a high industry demand, a high growing market, increased job opportunities, and attractive salaries. If you go to LinkedIn today and type Workday jobs, you will see a lot of job opportunities popping up for you. It is highly in demand. Workday skills today is one of the skills that if you have, trust me, you'll be one of the sought out after in the job market. And there are a lot of job opportunities. Not only that, attractive salaries. An entry-level candidate for Workday is earning close to 6 figures. From my experience, from the researches I've done, from the people I have seen working as even Workday entry level, there are greater opportunities that are open, you know, in Workday. Now, one interesting thing again about Workday is it has this global recognition, meaning that all over the world today, for Workday to be adopted by Fortune 500 companies, that means it has global recognition. It's not limited to any country. It's not limited to any industry. It can become a Workday consultant in the US, North America, Asian, all over the world today. You will see, you know, Workday consultant and customers. And there's also career advancements, transferable skills, and future proof with AI. Workday today is also investing so much in AI and machine learning. So these are various areas that one can actually explore. But one last thing about Workday is flexible work, you know, model. Most of Workday jobs today, you see, they are remote. You can be in Canada working in US company or hybrid. It can also be in your own country and you're working for international organizations all over the world. So these are opportunities that come in with, you know, becoming a Workday career or consultant. Okay, let me see. I came up with few Workday career tracks here, you know, for people in finance, people in HR, people in technical area, and the strategic track. So for the finance track, you can become a specialist in procure to pay, order to cash, record to report, which is the GEO, asset management, grant management, banking and cash management. These are, you know, specialists that you can become, you know, when you join Workday finance model. Now, in HR track model, you can become a HCM core, you know, analyst or professional. Then even in learning, payroll, compensation, asset management, time tracking, talent and management, recruitment, you can become a specialist. You can create a niche in any of these modules within HR track. In the technical track, especially for people coming from IT background, you can become an integration consultant. You can become a security consultant, even reporting, or even analytics using AI and machine learning. Then for strategy, people coming from, you know, business analyst role, you can become a business analyst. These are people that drive requirement gathering. You can become a functional consultant or even an implementation lead. That shows that, you know, there are roles that you can actually belong to. No one is left out, irrespective of their background. Then why choose our Workday training? This is as per keynote step. Like I mentioned, our Workday principle or our training principle is 80-20. 80% of practical training, because most of our trainers are people who are satisfied, experienced in the field. They have done different kinds of projects in different sectors. So what they bring in is those experiences. They bring them into real life. Then our training are also based on hands-on. We don't do theory training. Our candidates or our students are allowed to, you know, do the system configurations. We usually set up like a project, a real-life project, where our students practice on. Like I mentioned again, our trainers are experts, they are experienced. Then we also do Workday, because a whole lot of coverages around our Workday, you know, trainings. And we also prepare candidates for jobs, you know, interview tips, mentorship, resume preparation, and even job support. Then beyond that, we also, you know, do some kind of interview preparation after training with us and all that. This is just a conclusion, just to let you know that Workday is a rewarding career. Workday today is in high demand. You can identify an entry point for you. Like I mentioned, you create a niche for yourself, either finance, HCM, IT. And at the same time, try to invest in training and certification. Network and stay engaged within the community. Okay, this is time for us to now invite our guest speaker. Let me quickly do a little bit of introduction about our guest speaker. We are excited to have Zishan here today, to walk us through on Workday career path, how he has transitioned his experiences so far, over 13 years working as a Workday consultant. Want to share that experience, want to learn from his experience today. Zishan has built an exceptional career spanning across Workday security, integration, HCM, strategic product ownership. That is a whole lot of experience that he has. He has worked with global consulting leaders like Accenture, IBM, and currently driving impactful HR technology solution as HRS manager as STV. That is too much. Beyond his technical expertise, Zishan is deeply passionate about mentoring and guiding professionals in the Workday ecosystem. This has made him an inspiring leader for anyone looking to grow their careers. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to give the floor to Zishan to walk us through. Zishan, we're excited to have you today, so you can share your screen and walk us through. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelechi. That's a lot. Actually, that is not all. All is true, but that's a lot. Before I start, guys, first of all, thank you for having me here. When Kelechi reached out to me, Zishan, will you be interested and come and talk with other folk? I'm like, why me? Why me? I am not that great. That he bring one point which struck me. Zishan, there are other people who wanted to be like you. Wow, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. But then I realized 10 year, 12 year back, 15 year back, I was in the same situation. I was struggling. And that's why I started, and luckily I moved into Workday. So I thought I will share my experience with you, a little bit experience with you guys. Before I start again, I know you guys are putting 1 hour, your important Saturday. So what exactly you are looking forward to? I don't want just to give you the background and my knowledge. I'm here to help you. If you have any question, if you think, Jishan, you should cover this thing, please let me know. So we will make this session more interactive, make this session more useful for you. I don't mind. I talk, you listen and go home. But I want you go home with something very interesting, something which is useful for you. So at any point, if you're not feeling comfortable on, if you're driving or something, just ping me on the chat. That this Dishan, can you talk about this? If you have any question, just ping me on the chat. Or at any particular time, come out from the mute. Okay, let me drive in. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So as you guys already, Kelechi gave a very good introduction. I am Zishan. I am based in Atlanta. I am into Workday ecosystem from a long period of time. I have a beautiful wife. We know each other from a high school. This year we are going to complete 10 years as a married. And we do have a beautiful daughter, Elise. Other than Workday, Workday is one of my passion, but my bigger passion is traveling. I love traveling. I'm a travel photographer. If Workday is not paying the bill, you will see me always somewhere outdoors. So I'm a travel. If you need anything discussion about traveling, I'm your guy. You can talk about, I can talk about Workday 5 hours, but I can talk about travel all day. So anytime, if you have anything, just reach out to me. Let's go back and talk about why I am here and why I'm talking to you at this particular time. In 2009, I started my career. 2010, 9 or 10, I started my career with Accenture. I am doing absolutely amazing. I am deploying, working for one financial client and responsible for credit card settlement. I own that process. I am master in that process. I am earning 6 to 7 figure during that time just by doing that. But I'm not satisfied. I'm 90% of the time I'm working on a black screen because the coding was like Unix, self-scripting, small talk. You guys might not heard about the language small talk. Small talk is the first object-oriented language. That's old that technology was. And it's very secure. And it's supposed to be secure because we are dealing with credit card settlement. Whenever you swipe your card and settlement happen, that technology I was working on. And I get bored. And I don't see any growth there because those technology are not used by anywhere else. And everything is changed with one just lunch. I was having a lunch with one of my friend. He told me, Zishan, do you know Accenture internally looking for resources in Workday? That moment, I even don't know what is Workday. I'm talking about 2012. As Kalishi mentioned, organization Workday started in 2006. And they just told they are looking for someone who they will train you, they will talk about you. And that moment, I decided, why not? I just say yes. Next morning, I went to my boss. I say, I'm not interested doing this work again. Please release me from the project. And the evening, I went to the Workday leader and say, count me in. How I can be a Workday leader. And in next 2 weeks, I'm into Workday capability in Accenture. However, there is no project. And I'm talking about, understand guys, not today. I'm talking about 15 years back, where you only work on Workday if you are Workday certified. You even not allowed to log in into Workday tenant of any client. So they send me for a specific route of training. In that training, I am lucky enough, I was among 400 global resources who were learning the Workday. So that's old I am. I don't want to tell my age, but you can understand that's how old I am. So I'm working from. During that time, I came in across a multiple people who are now very good experience in PeopleSoft, other people, HCM technology, and I have zero knowledge. Literally, that is the first time I heard word HCM and that training, and it shocked me because the other leader are the pioneer in PeopleSoft, data lake, other HR technologies, and I have zero knowledge. I spent good amount 2 months working for those certification, training. After training, I'm able to clear the certificates. And then I decided to started working on a client for Asia region. Okay, I am into Accenture. They deploy me on a client, but understand this. A guy who never know what is Workday, never work on SCM technology, started working on a client that too as a consultant. I struggle. I struggle a lot. Then I enroll myself for a master degree in HR MBA because I need to talk to client and have an interaction. I need to talk their language. So this is something which you also need to learn. So over the period of time, I will keep giving you some insight that you have to work on, that you will have to talk client what language they understand. So then I complete my master, I understand all the HR jargon. I started working for them, and then I started talking to their language. If you use Workday jargon, they don't understand. To make yourself successful, you have to understand what client language is. I'm not talking about the Mandarin or European or Spanish or English. I'm talking about their understanding of knowledge. So that's how you will grow and understand the knowledge. So I work on a couple of clients in Asia, deploy their HCM system. Then I moved to IBM and started working on IBM internal Workday implementation, where my journey of Workday integration start. I deploy multiple integration for IBM, specifically for EMEA region, and Netherlands, France, Hungary, Austria. So in those region, I deploy Workday, mostly work on the integration side, and then move to AMS project on states. So you can imagine a guy who love traveling, who is always in traveling, Workday make that happen for me. Workday took me places to Asian region. Workday took me to a EMEA region for a couple of years, and then states. So I have a happy moment. I can't explain it out when I'm able to earn more, when I'm able to work on my favorite technology Workday, as well as I'm able to explore and learn new language, learn new culture, and see new places. So those are the few places where I work on. Then I moved to a client side after working for the consulting environment for 9 to 10 years. I thought I have to explore a little bit more. I moved to a client side and then starting helping clients with M&A, merger and acquisition, starting deploying on the end-to-end strategy on security. And now on my current role, I'm responsible for all the HR system, all the people experience, and the skill-based organization. So over the period of time, you can see from the last 13 years, a guy who started with zero knowledge of Workday, learning small knowledge on HCM, then moving to integration, then moving to a security, specific module, absence, benefits, and then move to a finance a little bit, and now the roadmap and product owner. So that is the path which I follow. That is the path which I am able to achieve and do there. So this is a little bit about myself. Anything, if any point, if you think you have any question, please come out of a mute. Let me know. I see few question here. Let me see if I can cover anything. Perfect. I will try to do that in a bit. Okay. Thank you for the question. I will try to capture them in a minute. Let's talk about Workday from my understanding. Okay, Workday is big. Now, if someone come and say you, I am a master of Workday, I know everything of Workday, say you are lying. Workday become huge at this particular time. I am into Workday ecosystem for more than 13 years. There are so many modules still I haven't touched, or there are so many things which I haven't learned yet. Why? Because Workday is growing exponentially. So you need to understand what are the few roles which you can capture and work on. I'm just trying to highlight the few which are important for your career growth and for your career achievement. So something, if you need to be a good leader, if you need to be a good Workday product owner or a Workday expert, you need to understand Workday security. Without Workday security, you will not survive. Mark, please mark my word. Without Workday security knowledge, you will not be able to succeed in your Workday career. Because Workday security and function area are the core. I will touch some few points that how you can expertise yourself in those things and which are very easy. I think that is the easiest thing which you can learn in Workday. It's the easiest thing. Again, I will repeat, the strongest, the must to have, but the easiest. So spend some time on learning and enhance your knowledge on Workday security and administrator. That will take you places. Then the specific modules are like HCM, benefit, absence, learning, recruiting, compensation, finance. Now finance also drill down to payroll, cash on work, supply chain management, integration. So modules wise, you can go a wide range. So Workday role, there's a one specific role. If you're looking for a specific role in the organization, you can focus on Workday administrative or security. That is a one role in the organization for any Workday resource. Second is module specific. So modules are many modules. So based on your expertise, you can be in one of those modules. Then integration. People always ask me this question, Jishan, should I be a functional resource or an integration resource? Depend, but you can't be both at the initial phase of your life. Definitely, you can be a both. I have done both, but as one by one, but not as both all the thing together. So try to focus on one thing. Try to understand where your expertise lie in or what is your interest. Integration become little bit technical. In technical sense, I mean coding, XSLT, the formatting. If you have a interest or if you have a experience in it, go for integration. Or if you don't have any experience on coding, or if you don't want to do coding or those bug fixing, focus on the functional side. Okay, so that's and at the same time, if you don't have interest in HCM knowledge, or if you don't have a module specific knowledge, go and focus on administrative side. No role is bad or good. All will give you the same understanding. Once one thing I keep mention everyone, get into the system or ecosystem of Workday. Once you get into the world of Workday, once you have the access into the system, then you can make your path and climb up. The first thing you have to do it, get into Workday. Now, the another feature which is becoming more promising at this particular time, especially in North America, is student and non-profit. Workday come up with an amazing idea of student and non-profits. What are those? Those are the one which have specifically focus on the universities. All the universities slowly is moving into a Workday platform, and this is the only platform which is targeting right now and available. Oracle, SAP, they are not here in this particular moment. So those are the another domain where you can go easily find a job and make your career. So non-profit and student are the another area. People are stop not looking into those firms, but there are hundreds of universities who are already moving to work. They need help. They need resources, right? So don't just consider if you wanted to be a student, Workday student area specific. There's no harm in that. Go for it. They are also having a Workday finance in student universities and colleges. Same thing with the non-profits. All the big county and the states right now moving into Workday. So they also need the support HCM system. So don't think that only the IT firm or the big firm are implementing Workday. No, they are not. Other are also moving. If then the other few additional role which normally people get into Workday, if they're not able to find tester, release coordinator, and PM and Scrum. Those are the another few feature where you can get into those role, learn about those things. Okay. Let me quickly grab a chat and see if I can answer anything is there. Can you help me out transfer for testing to functional consider role, please? I think she already provided the answer to you. Group Jar. Perfect. So before I go there, I wanted to show you something. Let me see if I can show you some real estate domain knowledge. So two things which I wanted to take knowledge from this session. Definitely I can talk about Workday. You might for hours, but I wanted to be respectful. I wanted to share some of the key factor, key resources available at this particular time. Okay, give me a time. In an organization, in a Workday, one thing if you can do is learn and read functional area. Everything in Workday club and store in one of the functional area. Okay. You, as I mentioned earlier, you cannot be a Workday expert. You cannot learn everything in Workday. But a good consultant, a good Workday resource is know how to find those things if there is any requirement come. So if you know that you are looking for accounting, I have no experience in accounting, but I know how to find and work and make myself useful for those requests. Workday have 112 functional area. You can see it. It's the real-time report I am running right. You cannot be an expert in 112 function area. You may be able to expert in 10, 15. If you are a master blaster, maybe in 50, not 112. But if at any particular time, if someone asks me, Zishan, I am looking for something in finance. If I can type, core finance. So all core finance information Workday will provide here. See, banking and settlement, benchmarking, budget, business asset, business tracking. What all are this? Contact information, right? So you can always go down, drill down yourself and work on the uh, functional area. Workday did an amazing job about everything which you need on the functional area. Self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. What is financial accounting? Create post general, including recruiting general, define, audits, reconciliation. No, I know that if I have a requirement of work on certain reporting, this is the financial accounting function area I will be looking at. Reporting, like if someone reach out to you and ask you to work on that, I need some help with reconciliation reports. Instead of looking into 112 and don't know where to start in Workday, run this report, narrow down this, and here you are. Now, what you did from this mask area of Workday, you narrow down to this one. Okay, from here you reach to here. Now, everything in Workday secured under domain and business process. Learn this. Everything in Workday, even a single click in Workday, stored somewhere in domain and business process. What is domain? The anything which you see in Workday, the access controlled by domain. What you can see. What you can see is controlled by domain. What action you can take. Action you can take controlled by business process. Once you master this two terms, what you can see, domain, what action you can take, business process. If you understand these two terms, you will easily able to narrow down two things. What was our requirement? That you are looking for something with the reconciliation. Okay, so there are 88, then we narrow down. This is under financial accounting. Now you narrow down, okay, financial accounting have 88 domain, 16 business process. And if I all the important information about reconciliation, accounting, reporting, evaluation, then you can go down one by one, read one by one, and then able to find the detail. Similarly, if you see our evaluation, allocation, planning, accounting, all accounting general entry, so then you are narrowing down. So this is how it works. I can talk about it. I know we are on a time and I don't want it to just take all this thing today. So anyhow, whenever anyone reach out to you about your information you need, you can always run the financial area report, go for the which financial area, narrow down your research, narrow down your search, then go for domain, go for business process. Another useful thing which I wanted to talk about is this report. And anyone, I'll give you any specific task that you need to work on Career Hub. Let's assume you don't know what is Career Hub is. How you find it, those information in Workday. You just run this report. View security for securable item. View security for securable item. I call it Secura. And just whatever come to your mind, whatever they are looking for, just type 3 words and search for it. This report will give you all the information you need to know about those things. There are 14 items with those things. The Career Hub is one report. This is what I was looking for. And this is the data source. This is a functional area. This is a security. See, this is a Career Hub reporting field. What I did, I just run it. I narrow down my Workday knowledge to just this page. How many items I have to look at? 10 to 14, like. So now I can narrow down. If you have a very specific information, you can keep narrowing down more. So if I write it properly, See, now it's more narrowing down report. It's just 16 item. And from here, I can easily see which domain consists of, which is the security, how I can configure it. And next step, what you need to do, just go and Google it. That how to configure Workday Career Hub, administrative guide in Workday community, free. You will be able to be a master in that. Okay. Anything I can answer about this questions on the two report which I mentioned here. Okay. Workday or any discussion in this current scenario doesn't go without the term using AI. So I am bound to talk about AI. The future of AI is amazing. There's no doubt about it. At the same time, I know there are few of you who are trying to achieve new or trying to get into a new different jobs. And believe me, even when I am taking the interview nowadays, regardless, we are not doing much in AI at this particular time. I still ask the question about how much comfortable are you with the AI. So you just do more research for whenever you're going for any interview, learn about what all Workday is doing in the AI ecospace. Workday have given already a big roadmap of all the AI plan. They are calling it Workday Illuminate. Workday Illuminate is a very good concept which Workday come up with. Workday decided I cannot build all the AI by myself. However, I can provide you the base platform. So consider Workday Illuminate as a middle layer. So anything what they are doing and the plan is they on Workday they are deploying a self assistant or at Workday Illuminate at one level and all the AI agent will connect to that. So this platform they are building and these all the agent will become built by the partner company, built by you and some will be built by Workday. But the core, the main agent still be Workday Illuminate. Okay, they have provided us the basic architect. Sorry, they have already provided us all the information about the how it's going to work like, and what are the features they are working on, how they are going to deploy one by one AI agent. If you are going for any next interview, spend 10 minutes and learn about Workday Illuminate roadmap, learn how they are trying to do it, and use those terms in your Workday interview. It will help. Believe me, it will help. Because when I'm interviewing them, I know even the same person which I'm interviewing not work on it. But at least I know he put an effort to learn about it. We cannot learn everything. It's too much information and too much everything happening at the very exponential growth. And we only have 24 hours. So we can't keep up to date. Just understand the basic concept of it. Just understand how to communicate for it and just show your expertise that you know about it. You don't have to be expert about it. You just need to know about it. Whatever I show you today, nothing is something sensitive. Nothing is something not available. In everything is available Workday community, yes. But what I show you, everything available in Google or ChatGPT. If you don't have time, just type Workday Illuminate. Explain me Workday Illuminate in 10 minutes. ChatGPT will give you a end-to-end all understanding which you need before your interview. So those how the thing which work. Kelechi already mentioned about this connection, mentorship. At this ecosystem, you cannot grow by yourself. You cannot just go and keep applying for the job and you will get it. 19% of the job conversation or conversion is happening when someone reaching out to you, not you reaching out to them. Understand that difference. You reach out to them, they will say, "Oh, I'm not interested." If they reach out to you, they are interested in you. So how to change the shift of looking for the job is this one thing. I have learned very hard way. 2 years back when I was looking for a job and I was into the ecosystem, I realized I apply for all the job I see in Workday. I apply for 100 job daily, minimum 100 job daily. I'm not kidding you. You can do it right away because as Keshi mentioned, there's hundreds and thousands job available in all the LinkedIn, Indeed, and Job Master, right? But no one return your call. The one who always move and convert when they reach out to you. To make that, you can make that happen? Connect with the good member, connect with Workday community is amazing. Everyone have a story to share. Everyone, because Workday is very new. It's not something from you one day you wake up and you are into Workday ecosystem. Everyone made an effort, just like you guys, to move into Workday ecosystem. Right? They took some training, they took some mentorship, they move internally. That's how they end up with. So they know how to work with the system. They can always guide you. At any particular time, I know we are almost on time. At any particular time, if you have any question, you need any help, I try my level best to help you. If I don't know the answer, I will connect you with the person who might be able to help you. Okay? Don't hesitate to ask for the help. This is something which I learned over the last 6 years. I'm doing mentorship. People are scared to ask help. Why you are scared to ask help? No one know everything. The worst will happen is they will say, I don't know. I don't have your time. A time for you. Okay. But what if they are able to help you? So please don't hesitate and reach out to people and try to connect with as many as people as possible. Anything I can any question which I can help you guys with? I
Yeah,
take that as a no. Go ahead,
I
Shruti.
so I know this is the hardest question, and everybody must have this in their mind too. There is a stigma, like no, it is going what we see in this. There are many applicant out there who has an experience, but still they don't have it a certification, workday certification. So people like who has an experience, ample of experience, and yet they don't have the certification. What do you think? How do we need to approach and how to navigate ourselves from to there?
Okay. I give you this example on a different angle. Okay, you are talking about the applicant that I am looking for the job. Let me give an example from a hiring manager because I have done the same. That's why I know it. When I was looking for some member in my team last few months back, we opened the job requisition and we received 800 plus application. 800 for one job, and it's a very entry level job. How you expect my recruiter to go to that 800 resume? Even I tried it. I read 100 plus resume, all look same.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, not even a single word is changed. Just the name change, just one of the, everyone are expert. So how you can expect a hiring manager to narrow down it? Okay, so that's why I will go and focus out. Then how I narrow down? Okay, I know this guy because someone refer it. Or maybe he or she is working in one organization. I know someone in that organization. So, hey, do you know this guy? He's really into Workday? Okay, that's all I need to know. Done. Now coming back to your question about certification, that definitely give you a notch during those kind of a situation when hiring manager recruiter have 800 plus resume to scan, they will keep narrowing down by applying filter. Those filter will they work on the uh, IT firm or how many year of experience, and then narrowing down based on the certification. Yes, it will give you a help and definitely a weightage because if you are competing with other resources. So there is a one way of showcasing it. So as I told you, out of 800, we put a filter, we narrow down to 400. But again, the number is too good. Will it give you a chance? Yes, it will give you a chance to showcase your profile. It is mandatory? No. It is not mandatory to have a certification. It's good to have a certification. Did I answer your question, Shruti? Anything more I can drill down?
Perfect. Thank you, Zish. Like that's most important for us. So again, one more question again. Sorry.
Uh,
When we talk about like networking, so there are so many messages we network. Like, I know LinkedIn is not just for Workday, for every single person, any of the professional, right?
mm,
So when we connect, when we talk, when we say, "Hey, I'm looking for this job. Can you refer?" They're cold. They go cold. They accept our invite and they just go cold. They don't respond back. So when we say talk about networking, can you give us like a tips like how do we network? Do we have to go to groups? How do we connect with people? Not ask them directly the job, but just least a mentorship or kind of guidance. What you are offering. There must be other people to other domain also. What is your guidance or tips on that?
So
mm,
I will go back and try to show the different perspective because I have done it both way. When I was looking for it, I used to do the same thing, but I understand why we don't get that response back. You tell me, Shruti. Okay, I send you a message. I don't know you. I have zero knowledge about you. The first thing you see our image with a limited knowledge, send me a request and ask, Shruti, can you refer me? Shruti, can you help me with the job? What was your first impression? I have better
Absolutely.
thing to do. I don't know you.
Exactly.
Okay. So that is why don't there's a big saying in India that don't dig for a well when you are thirsty. Always dig a well before a head.
mm,
Same thing. Don't just try to connect with the people when you need a job. And don't just go, hello, I need a job. It's very rude. I'm very honest with you. I don't say take it otherwise. No offense to anyone, but that is very rude. You are just going and asking someone, I need a job, can you connect and refer me? Why anyone will do it?
True.
So I changed my approach. I used to do the same thing. I changed my approach. Now I reach out to them with anyone. I still reach out to people. Okay. I still reach out to daily one or two people where I think this is the person I'm looking forward to. This is someone I wanted to be after 5 years. Okay. I still send those cold messages. I'm Sishan. I look your profile. I find it very interesting. I just wanted to connect. After that, if they are able to connect with you, ask them your help. Is any is anything you I can do you to help you? Okay. 90% of the time they don't need any help or you are not in the position to help them. Accept it. We don't have we are not I am not if I'm reaching out to CEO, I don't know what he or she will need it from me. Nothing. But at least I am offering something. And I reach out to them 6 months back. 2 months back, I again connect with them, send them a very hi or hello message, connect with them, keep reminding them about some more other opportunities or make it small talks. Okay. If you don't know how to small talk, chat GPT. That I don't want it to send a cold SMS or cold message to a CEO or this person. Help me with it. So in 6 months, 3 to 4 times, send a messages which is not asking for the help or just not replying on it. After those, once he reply or she reply, once he connect with you on a normal term, normal as a human being, then you can ask for the help. That is what I always recommend. Okay, make a connection first. Don't just ask for the help. Again, as I mentioned, ask for the help is true. But if you are just randomly going through a LinkedIn, the specific question is like how to connect and network. That's how I connect. I go connect with them, discuss with them, just keep quiet. I am very mean person. Okay, I always connect with people who in the future I think I might help me. Okay, but I don't go and show it. Can you help me right away? Keep your those through yourself for next 4 5 months. Don't they also know you need help? Okay, but don't show it on the first go. After 3 4 months, then you can ask for it.
Absolutely. Thank you,
okay.
Zish.
Okay. Zishan, for me to,
Mhm.
add to what you have said, for me, one thing I find out about networking is first build a relationship. I could remember when I connected to Zishan, I didn't go to him immediately and say, Zishan, I need a job. No, we connected, we started talking about things that we have in common. maybe we start talking about Workday, how Workday is doing. Like Prakash asked, I have been in a very, difficult situation, and I reached out to someone, a very high person in an organization. I sent a connection, and the person accepted. Immediately, I just, please, I am looking for a role. After a few days, the lady responded back to me. He said, I can see you are not a professional yet. I said, why? He said, you don't ask for things immediately. I don't know you, you don't know me, but I know that you need something from me. Build that relationship, create that relationship, and trust me, if you follow that principle, it's gonna work, well for you. I have connected to people like CEOs, professionals. All I do first is, oh, I can talk about your profile. Oh, you have great experience working in Workday. Such a fantastic profile. I wish one day I will have this kind of profile like you do. It gives them that impression that, oh, you are so much interested about their background or about their career. You start connecting with them. 2 days ago, I needed something. No, a friend of mine needed something. I think he needed someone that owns a license for SAP Concur. He now reached out to me. He said, Kelechi, I know you can get someone for me. I said, hold on, let me check my contact. I went back to my contacts in LinkedIn. I saw that I have connected to someone a few years ago, and we've discussed about SAP Concur and all that. I reached out to him. I said, I'm looking to connect you to a company that's looking for Concur. He said, Kelechi, you can do that. If I didn't have that relationship with him early, he would not take me serious. So I always tell people, build relationship, build rapport, try to talk about the person's, career, his journey so far, right? If you also know when the person is celebrating birthday, comment. When the person posts something on LinkedIn, comment. That shows that you have the interest of them at heart. By the time you want to now request for something, like Zishan, when I reached out to him about this webinar, he didn't take him anything to accept it because we have built that relationship. Yeah. I also reached out to someone else, to be part of this webinar. The person declined because I have not built a relationship with him. So it's a two-way thing. I always advise build relationship first before making a request. By the time you have that relationship, if you make a request, it's easy to consider. And another thing, again, we should also be aware about networking. Not everybody can answer your question. Not everybody can provide solutions to you. Not everybody can give you what you're looking for. Networking is like recruiters. They will go after you, you provide the information, they go meet. Yeah. So you just move on. There are people that can also respond to you. So don't feel bad when somebody doesn't get back to you, when you want to create a relationship. Thank you. Okay. Zishan, I think that is all from you. Yeah, thank you so much. So I just want,
guys.
Yeah, thank you. So I just want to use the opportunity to, thank everyone that have joined this webinar, and 2 things that I have learned from Zishan today that I will go home with. One is what? About mentorship and networking, which we've talked so much about. The next one is about AI. I have advised people today to go and start learning AI. AI is driving a lot of things within our organizations. Some of these top companies, top ERP organizations, they have all developed or developing AI. If you have that opportunity to learn it, go and learn it. Like Zishan said, I have been in a conversation, and somebody was talking about interview that she went for, and they asked her, how do you think AI can help our organizations, optimize things in our organizations? She went mute. She said she couldn't say anything because she hasn't even done anything on, trying to learn AI. So I will also advise that, we try to learn, AI, the basic one, it can be the generative AI. Try to learn it. Understand how AI works and how you can also apply AI in every organization. So at this juncture, I really want to thank Zishan for your time. I know it's weekend. I had to drag you out of your family time, but we appreciate the time. And for me, I have learned so many things, from your conversations today. And some of those things I'm also going back. We keep learning, like you said, learning does not stop, and nobody knows everything. We keep learning. That word, you said it, and I took it into my heart, that we have to keep learning every day. And as you mentioned, try to learn everything about Workday. If you are Workday Finance, try to be a specialist in Workday Finance. And at the same time, try to also have knowledge about Workday HCM. I have seen job roles, job advert that you have to do everything about Workday. They tell you have to talk about HCM, you have to talk about finance. So Zishan, I appreciate you for bringing up all those conversations. Before we end today, we have a survey here. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So at your time, fill this survey. This will help us to improve, further in subsequent calls or webinars that we have. And then we also have our contact. You can reach out to us at Keynote Stage. You can reach out to Zishan if you have questions. So at this juncture, I want to thank everyone that have joined this call today. My sincere appreciation goes to everyone. Your contributions are well noted and acknowledged. And to Zishan, we hope to see you once again, maybe for upcoming webinar. So thank you, everyone. If you have a question, if you want to reach out to us, I think I've dropped everything about us in the group. I'm gonna drop this. We have our LinkedIn profile, and we also have our YouTube channels that you can connect, and even also our WhatsApp channel you can connect. So at this juncture, thank you everyone for today, and have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Kalachi. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.